Welcome back, YouTube. It's your host, Dalos Dunn, and today I will be giving you guys an overview of my investments, and what company I'm holding right now. So right now we're looking at American Airlines. It's a company that I believe in. It's a company that I like, and it's a company that I use, and a company that I know a lot of people know and a lot of people utilize. Who doesn't know American Airlines? So as you can see here in the graph, American Airlines used to be a $50 company. It was at a high of $50, even $54 to be exact. Back in 2018, February 28th, 2018, it was a $54 company. I believe it will go back to those levels. Not right now, but over time, slowly, it will go back to that $50 level, even back to $100 and more. So it was at a high of 54 in 2018. But as we could see, the pandemic came around and it took a big hit May 15, 2020. You know, flights were canceled. A lot of people were uncertain in the world what was going on. A lot of people didn't want to travel and a lot of flights were canceled. I think the governments was canceling flights. So American Airlines during that time, they weren't making money. They weren't making as much money as they wanted to. So the company was suffering. So the company had to use a lot of debt and stuff like that to be able to still perform. So it took a big hit May 15, 2020. But as you can see, after the pandemic and things started to slowly go back to how things were, back to normal, let's say, the stock price started going back up. As you can see, it went back to 24. And it's been volatile going back to these numbers. So let's bring it back to this year, right? You can see it's been going to 18. This year alone, it's been going up to 18. And levels like that, 18, 17. So right now, today, I bought American Airlines. I bought it for a price of $16.37. I bought 444 shares, which comes out to a market value of almost $8,000. It's usually I invested $8,000 in this company. It's down right now, $61. It's down, but it's no big worry. I know it will go back to 18 where I will be able to sell. So now if we go here, we bring out a calculator, right? They say we bring out a calculator. So I bought, my price to sell, it's not gonna be, let's say I sell it right here. The price that was on February 7th. Let's say I sell it at 17.31, right? So you go to your calculator, just to do the math, 17.31, right? Delete, how do I delete? How do I delete here? Okay, so 17.31. That's the price where I will be selling. Once it reaches 17.31, I will be selling and moving on. So you time is 17.31 minus the price that I bought it for. I bought it for 16.37. So 16.37 is the price I bought it for. So that gives you 0.94 cents. Now you times that. That's the price that you're going to make once it goes to 17.31. That's the price. That's how much you're going to make per share. This price right here is how much you're going to make per share. So now we times that price times how many shares I own. And I own 488 shares. So now you bring that number to here. You place that number here. Just to do the quick math. Why is highlighted? Okay, so times 448. Right? So that's how many shares I got. And this is how much per share I'm gonna make. This is how much shares I got. So that's equal, right? That's $400. $400 for some people might not seem like a lot, but that's a good return. That's like a 5% return on my investment. I take that 4% return with the matters of a few days. That's better than what some banks are giving you. 5% is a lot of money. So that's how much I'm gonna make once it goes to 1731. And how do I know it goes to those levels? Because if you go to Yahoo Finance, these are the tools I use. These are the only tools I use. I don't know how to read charts. I don't know. I'm not no financial advisor. I'm nothing of that sort. But this is what I use over some years of experience that I have doing this. So you go to Yahoo Finance. You go to Yahoo Finance. This is not for everyone to copy. This is just for entertainment purposes. This is what I do. This is a strategy that I use. Doesn't mean it will work for you, but it works for me. This is what I do. So I go to Yahoo Finance, right? Go to Yahoo Finance. And let's look up American Airlines. You look up American Airlines. Come on, I don't know why my computer's slow. Or you go American Airlines, you tap it, and you go to historical data. This right here, historical data. You click it. You want to know the historical data. So once it shows you the historical data, you can see the open, the high, the low, the close, right? The volume. It even shows you the volume for a few months. See, you can see all the data for how well American Airlines been doing. So as I showed you, this whole time, let me see this right here. This whole time, the company, as you can see, it's been going up. It's been going up this whole time. Let's look at it from August 2024. It was at $9. It's been going up. Look at that. 10. Now it's at 10. It went back to 9, but it goes back to 10. Back to 10. And once it goes to 11, once it touches 11, you're not going to see no more 9. I bet you're not going to see no more 9. It goes back to 12. It goes to 12 now. 13 and so forth. So you can see this is a company that's continually growing. And every time it goes down, it's just a chance for investors to buy and get the company at a better price. That's all it means. Once a good company goes down, it's time to buy. So if you want to know why I bought 484 shares, this is what I do. I go to ChatGPT, copy and paste this free information. I go to ChatGPT, and I will ask ChatGPT, what's the best price to buy this company based on its history? Or what's the best price to buy this company based on this data? What's the most repeated high and low? Now ChatGPT is going to interpret that for you. You don't even have to do it. If you want to do it manually, you can do it manually, but I do it with ChatGPT. I think it's a great tool. This is what I use. This is what I use. So ChatGPT is going to break down all the information that you need to make a sound investment. Right now, this is, like I said before, this is not financial advice. I don't encourage people to do this. I'm saying this is what works for me. What works for me might not work for you. It works for me. So most repeated high and lows. So most repeated high price, 1740, 5 times. 1723, 4 times, and so forth, as you can see. And all these levels, if it goes to any of these levels, I could sell. If it goes to any of these levels right here, I could sell and make a good profit. Make a good profit. So what are the most repeated low numbers? 16.95, 16.22. So I bought it here. I bought it around here, which tells me that I bought it at a very good entry. 1622 to 1650 are all great entries. Best price to buy. It even gives you the best price to buy. It's not no financial advice, but gives you the best price to buy. The most repeated low is 16.95. My ideal buy range, 16.70, 16.95. If the stock drops below this range, 16 could be a strong level buy level. Yeah, like I said, 16.20 to 16.50 is the best levels to buy. If you get it in those ranges, you'll make good money. Even if you buy it here, it's still a good buy. Obviously, you want the company to buy it lower, but these levels are good too, because it's going back to that $17, $18 level. And a lot of people may say, oh, but 0.95 cents is not a lot of money. 95 cents is not a lot of money. But if you have 800 shares, 400 shares, 500 shares, almost 500 shares like I have. Now you times that, like I showed you in the beginning of the video, you times 95 shares times 95 cents times the 400, almost 500 shares that I have. So it's good money. It's a good income. If you're able to do that consistently, let's say you are able to do that consistently. So let's bring it back to, this is the level that I'm selling minus the level that I bought it for, right? 16.37. This how much I'm going to sell it at, and this how much I bought it for. So it's going to be 94, basically 94 around there. So times 488, which is how many shares I have, is that, right? If you could do that, let's say twice a month. The month has 30 days, and the market is usually open for like 20 days, maybe more, but like 20 days. If you could do that, let's say every 20 days, if you could make that, so that's twice. In a month, if you could do that twice, hold it for 10 days. And usually those companies, they don't take too long to go back to the levels that they were. As you can see with the historical data, I mean, let's say it open at, this is the price that usually open. So let's say right here, it open, let's say at a low, it open at 16 and it finish at 17. You do the math on that. It does that every day. It goes up $1 or $2 every day based on the data. Just look at the data. And if you don't like this company, you can obviously do it with another company. And it all depends on your strategy. I'm just showing you guys my strategy and what has been working for me and what I have been doing. So, yeah, if you can buy it at those prices, you can make some good money. So back to the strategy. So if you could do that twice in a month, you give yourself, I'm giving yourself 20 days. Every 10 days, you could do that. Let's say twice in a month, right? That's how much you're gonna make in a month. Now in a year, times 12 in a year, that's 11 grand. That's a good side hustle. That's a good side income. Now, if you live in New York, let's say you pay around 30% taxes. Times 0.30. Let's say you pay 30% taxes. That's how much you're gonna pay in taxes. Minus 11. So like 11 grand. The 11 grand you made, right? This is how much you made, and this is how much taxes you gotta pay. That's still $7,000 that could be useful for anything in your life. That's a good side hustle. That's a good side income. Again, like I said in the video, it's not financial advice. Just because I do it doesn't mean you should do it. I'm just showing you guys this for entertainment purposes. This is what has been working for me. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. But you're free to copy it, but I don't recommend that you do. Okay, so the company is still going down, but I'm going to keep on holding it. Keep on holding it for a few days. And like I said, you have 20 days to sell. In 20 days, I believe this company will go back to these levels. I will document it and I will show you in the channel once it goes back to the $17, $18 range, and I be able to sell it, and hopefully for a good profit. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, and follow me for more. And like always, God bless you and God bless America.